Okay, in 2021, I rang my friend Rachel K. Collier and said, Rachel, I'm desperate to make an album. I had this idea of building towards a big studio production, but something in me just needed to strip it all back. We were still in lockdown in England, the world felt paused, and I asked her, is it a bad idea just to go into the studio, play everything live, to a click, 2 microphones, no tricks, and just see what I've actually got? Do I even have the songs? Is there something real there? And she said, I think you need to do it. That was enough. So I booked Brighton Electric Studios and got to work. What came out of that was unexpected. 2 albums, 18 songs, and a documentary that's been quietly living on Nebula ever since. I took the best songs and made the bigger production dream happen by creating Super Sexy Heartbreak. But well, that was 2024. So now, as I'm working on the next songbook album, which is available to pre-order right now, it felt like the right time to bring you back to where this all began. To show you the process, the simplicity, the uncertainty. This was a long time ago, but I'm really glad I recorded it. So let's roll the first songbook documentary. I'm Mary Spender, singer-songwriter and YouTuber based in Brighton in England. It's been a few years since I was last in a pro studio recording my previous release, Lone Wolf, and after the last 18 months of a pandemic and the world being locked down, I felt like it was time to get back into the studio again and record some of the songs that I've been writing over this strange time, as well as a few others that up until now have never made it to the recording process. I'm not sure what I'll do with these songs, I'm not sure if all of them will make it to a full release, but I wanted to document my time in the studio as I start this journey of getting these songs out of my system and on record. Welcome to my songbook.
Say good morning to the place that I grew up in. I wonder would it say hello if it could make the wind change and blow. This countryside will keep me whole. I've escaped more than twice from here, London, Bristol, and further afield, but you hold back things to help me stay.
I just feel starved of actually having any feedback of songs because I love, the way I used to write, and then I'd perform them in pubs to strangers who didn't really care and didn't really know what the song was or whatever. So interesting, playing the songs to you two as well. It's really helpful. Just feels like I'm
actually hearing it outside.
Yeah, outside of my head. I've been trying to think up a way for my prolificity when it comes to songwriting and recording to match my YouTube output, which it never will. YouTube to me just has it's a different game to songwriting, and songs to me are so precious, but I feel, and I have felt for a really long time, probably for, I don't know, the last 5 years, that I would never be able to get out as many songs as I have in my system, because there are so many barriers to getting a song finished, and there's reason for that. You want the song to sound incredible, to match what everyone is doing on major record labels now and going up on Spotify and being in playlists with other amazing artists. You want it to sound high quality. But I just can't, I'm not very good at working at a slower pace in general. if you give me 3 months to do something or 3 years to do something, I might get it done. Whereas if you give me a day or a week, I'll definitely get it done.
Where do you go when you know it's a good one, and how do you release yourself and make yourself completely in the song rather than in the process? Because I could see it happening. I could see your physicality and everything. So.
I don't know. I don't think you go anywhere. I think you just, as long as you're not thinking. I think as soon as you're like, okay, what's the next bit? Okay, do I remember the lyrics? If you start thinking, am I going to remember the lyrics? That's exactly when you mess up. I record a voice memo,
Yeah.
but I write a complete song and then I take it.
And record it.
And I just feel like there are so many different ways of actually being able to capture songs, and you just have to find the way that works for you. And I had this idea. I just sort of thought, well, okay, what's the quickest way for me to record and release songs? And actually, don't even worry about the releasing part yet. Just think about the songs. What's the best way to get them down for me? And I need an environment. And I just thought, you know what, I sit on my couch at home, I sit and I write songs. I write with a laptop, or sometimes even my phone, so that I can type quicker than handwriting like I used to. And I sit with my acoustic guitar and I just write. And I have a feeling, I get a feeling when I want to write, and I don't even worry about what I write. I sit down, and recently, over the last few months, I've been writing a ton.
Scared you had to burn me down. Wish they can rebuild me now. A chance encounter on the lecture trail was on.
I was like, what am I going to do with these songs? Are they just going to sit there again? Are they just going to be in my head, exist as iPhone notes? Or could I just lay them down in the simplest, most bare bones way I possibly can, and yet give a performance? So that's why I'm going into the studio and just getting the songs out of my system. Not all of them are working. Not all of them will work. Not all of them will transpire. But it's all about the process and me figuring out how I work best, because I might not be able to match certain things with other artists, but when it comes to process and prolificity, I can get there. I think I can get there. I just don't feel like I've satisfied that part of me fully. And I think if I give myself a challenge, like go in, stay for a day in front of a microphone and get as many songs out of your system as you possibly can, come back the next day, okay, cool, success. Let's go into thinking about booking in other time, arranging Mark if he's available, getting Alex and Brighton Electric, and just seeing, and then also giving myself a deadline, because there have been the songs that I've been writing recently that I haven't quite finished. So I need material now for these days in the studio, so I have to get them finished. And it feels so damn good to get things finished.
Take every lie, and spin a web with every excuse. All the tears she wept across every road. Which way now? Run for the stairs. Catch a bus out of town, find a way out. Run It's what you said to me over the winter sun. Low in the sky, set on the beach. 3 weeks feels cheap. Getaway son, getaway son. Give me cover to run. Now it's night, I'm on my way. Bethlehem lights, the North Star I craved. My forehead's cold, stuck on glass, reflecting missing faces of passengers up front. We're all on the run. It's what you said to me over the winter sun. Low in the sky, set on the beach. 3 weeks feels cheap. Getaway son, getaway son. Give me cover to run, 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 slow down, brain, I can't keep blaming, retreating, shaming. I must get off. The sun keeps beating, pouring, sinking, never sleeping. I'm on the run. It's what you said to me over the winter sun. Low in the sky, set on the beach. 3 weeks feels cheap. Getaway son, getaway son. Give me cover to run.
That siren was kind of perfect. Because I'm documenting myself all the time, I'm probably horrifically self-aware about my processes when it comes to my creative output. For me, environment is incredibly important, and this environment works really, really well for some things that I make, and I make videos in here. It works perfectly for videos. But every time I've tried to work on original music in here, and I've written a handful of times, but I really, really write at home, it must be that I still separate YouTube from songs. Like, I do both of them separately, and I think this feels very much YouTube. They're both work modes, just different work modes. And I don't have the microphones here. I don't have the soundproofing. And also, I don't want to have to do everything myself, because in here I do everything for myself, and I create and I get that thing done, and then, you know, I'm my own sound engineer, I'm my own videographer, I'm everything. And when I'm in performance mode, if I were up on stage, I'm not my sound guy, I'm not my lighting guy, I'm not the stage manager. All I have to do is walk up on stage and play my songs. And I was like, I miss that so much after the last almost 2 years in December. 2 years in November, which is looming. No, December was my last show, December 2019. And I just wanted to perform. I just wanted to perform in front of people too, like Alex, the sound engineer at Brighton Electric. Just having the chance to perform in front of a few people again. I loved every second of it. And it put me under pressure, and I didn't have to worry about anything, and I could hear myself, and, you know, I could just get in the zone. I think if you're in your own environment, if you don't put yourself under pressure, then you sort of don't capture the same thing. And these songs could go bigger, like other production could be added to it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like cool to capture them in that same format,
And just get in
see if they stand alone.
Yeah.
And then see if there's anything else to do to them later. But right now, just, you know, while it's not easy to get a full band in, just get these songs down and then start the process again. I feel it's really cool working with you again as well, because the last time I had this itch was when I did Meet Me in Croatia in here with you. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1.
You broke my heart. Berwyn Avenue left me in the dark to walk you out of view. I saw the light on the 3rd floor. Did she love to see me leave? Did you go on easily or crash down like me? You can have Chicago back, just for a little while, just for a little while, just for a little while. You can have Chicago back, just for a little while. I'll leave it there alone, my home away from home. Temptation every day. I don't know your life now, in quarantine, 4,000 miles away. I felt used. Loving wasn't right for you, but that pain was useful. Writing was all I could do. You can have Chicago back, just for a little while, just for a little while, just for a little while. You can have Chicago back, just for a little while. I'll leave it there alone, my home away from home. Can have Chicago back, just for a little while, just for a little while, just for a little while. You can have Chicago back, just for a little while. I'll leave it there alone. You can have Chicago back, just for a little while. just for a little while, just for a little while. You can have Chicago back, just for a little while. I'll leave it there alone, my home away from home.
Alex Gordon and I met at Brighton Electric a few years ago now, November 2018, and I was doing the voiceover for 12 Ounce Mouse, this Cartoon Network, Adult Swim TV series that I was voice acting in. So Alex met me doing something completely out of my comfort zone and something I just wasn't qualified in whatsoever. And he just made life really easy. And everything was just done with a great level of professionalism. And then I did a few sessions with him just doing the voiceovers. And probably August 2019, I went into the studio and I recorded Meet Me in Croatia, very much in the same style that I'm now doing all these songs. And I'd written Meet Me in Croatia that week, and I went in and I recorded it, and he actually mixed it. And since then, we've gone through a global pandemic. And when I got this idea, the first person I wanted to get involved was Alex, because he's just pro. And also he's the in-house engineer at Brighton Electric, and there's a reason for that. And he just knows the room, he knows the studios, he knows the equipment, and he's just really cool to hang out with, and I think that's really important. I also trust his opinion when it comes to songs. I know that he's young and driven and wants to do the best job that he can and make life as easy as possible. And why am I using Brighton Electric? Well, I live in Brighton and I love that room. I love the main room. And I just wanted everything to be as easy as possible. That's not to say that in future, maybe when I'm out of town or out of the country, I'm going to have to find somewhere else to do some of this and do the songs, because there'll be new material. So these first days are just, all for Brighton Electric, and using just two U87s, it's just been really dreamy, and we've just got it down to a fine art now. It's a unbelievably quick setup and pack down, but yeah, Brighton Electric has just been a nice environment to get this idea out there, and as I always say, out of my system. Trying to predict what will sit right with people and what won't. Just try and get it out of your system and then move on and write the next one. Because there's only so much you can do to a song, in terms of like new structure or, and if it turns out that no one likes it, but maybe you liked the chorus, you could always just rewrite that into another song in future. Keep writing, keep recording, and then just put things out there and just see what happens. Rather than, I don't know what I've been waiting for.
She's not thinking about you, she's not daydreaming, she's not wondering where you are. She's not wishing on a star for you to fall for her. She's not lingering on your every word. She's not the girl, I say this as a friend, I want to be kind, but don't undo all your hard work. Get her off your mind or you'll soon find more pain means more wasted time. She's not thinking about you, she's not daydreaming, she's not wondering where you are. She's not wishing on a star for you to fall for her. She's not lingering on your every word. She's not the girl You did all you could, put yourself out there. I'm so sorry it didn't work out. But aren't you relieved you don't have to be a utopian fantasy? She's not thinking about you, she's not daydreaming, she's not wondering where you are. She's not wishing on a star for you to fall for her. She's not lingering on your every word. She's not the girl.
Nice. I think we've got it.
Yeah, I think one of them.
So, I feel like the one before, personally.
Yeah.
Something about it.
Something about it.
But yeah.
Cool.
We can move on to the next one.
The guitar I'm using is, I can't see myself ever changing my acoustic guitar. It's a Martin OM28E, and it's been a dream instrument of mine for many years. And a few years ago, Martin got in touch and gifted me the OM28E that I now use, and it's gone on a few journeys with me already, and it's travelled around America with me, and it is just the most beautiful acoustic guitar I've ever held, let alone played. I think it fits so well with me. The neck, the body shape, it's so slim. It looks classic. It's aging alongside me, and yeah, it's my go-to, and it's what I write all my songs on now. And yeah, it's just a dream come true to look at that instrument every day and play it, and it just inspires me now so much.
I thought you said you'd leave a light on for me. I held a flame, but then you blew it all away. I know it's better that we leave everything unspoken. I know it's better that we leave each other a little bit broken, a little bit broken, a little bit broken. I hoped I'd have something better to say, take my words and spin them whatever way. If it works for you and makes you feel good, then that makes one. That makes one. 'Cause I've come undone. Ooh. I saw you stand your ground. I felt like I had to bow down. Take the heat, but that showed weakness you didn't want to see. I know it's better that we leave everything unspoken. I know it's better that we leave each other a little bit broken, a little bit broken, a little bit broken. I hoped I'd have something better to say, take my words and spin them whatever way. If it works for you and makes you feel good, then that makes one. blame myself, I make everything worse. I 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 blame myself, I blame myself.
Nice. What do you reckon?
Emotions.
That one definitely felt the most
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Cool.
2020 and 2021 have been completely unthinkable and devastating, and yet I've never been in the right place at the right time before for my music career, and I am so thankful every day for my 2016 self for thinking that maybe YouTube might work, because there will never be a time again, fingers crossed, that the whole world shuts down and they're told to stay home and watch YouTube. So that meant that work didn't stop for me, and I feel unbelievably fortunate that I could work. I could earn a living, and I could do my job at home. And yes, some of the perks disappeared, but so what? It didn't matter. 2020 was all about just getting through, and 2021 has been much of the same, just getting through and just being able to think up ideas and experience as much of life as possible without being able to go anywhere or do anything. So figuring things out and really using it as a limitation to be able to still create content. And like, how do you do that? How do you still write songs when you're completely uninspired? And I think 2020, I put out videos, definitely, but 2021 has been probably my most prolific year yet. In January 2021, I went daily on YouTube. That was the best thing I've ever done. It was a very difficult thing to do in terms of creative output, but it was amazing. And then the songs that have come this year have been much more meaningful than anything I wrote last year. I think I wrote probably a handful of songs that made the cut and that I would actually play live or record. But 2021, it just feels, there's still a long way to go. We're not out of this yet. I still don't see when we're going to be out of it, but we will all look back on this time and see how we spent it, or see the difficulties we suffered, and then for me it will be just like, what did you make? Make something out of a bad situation. And that's like my process with songwriting. It's why I write about the things I write about. It's like, control the narrative, and be in charge of the story that has happened to you and all that mess, and then just create this 3.5 minute, 4 minute song that maybe shows someone else that they're not alone. And yeah, I don't think I'd thought of it quite like that, but that's how I'm feeling.
I've been smothered by myself. I can't feel others, I don't seek help. I have this burden on my shoulders. I built a fire but let it smolder. I was so strong until I met you. Am I handing everything away? I can't live to prove you wrong. I've gotta prove myself right today. I'll take a breath, go back home, see my friends, I'm on the right road. My heart keeps breaking, no time to heal. Taping holes shut, strangers won't fill. I was so strong until I met you. Am I handing everything away? I can't live to prove you wrong. I can't live to prove you wrong. Oh, I've gotta prove myself right today. I'll make a promise to myself, stop blaming others, I will seek help. I have this burden on my shoulders. I'll build a fire that won't ever stop burning. I was so strong until I met you, but I'm not gonna hand everything away. I can't live to prove you wrong. I can't live to prove you wrong. I can't live to prove you wrong. I've got to prove myself right
Nailed it.
That one.
That was the one.
It's going good.
Happy?
Yeah, so far. Feels good. I feel in my my favourite place to be when I'm just playing. And I've only had that feeling, you know, like when you get lost in something.
Did it happen there?
Happened a few times there, yeah. You can always tell as well.
Moments in any particular songs that you can remember?
It's always the take that's the take is the one where I sort of wake up at the end of it and I'm like, oh, that was it. That was it. It's like I just go into a daydream. It's just so cool. It's just, I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, I know how to write songs. I like writing songs. Doesn't matter whether or not anyone likes them. But it's quite cool to start taking the pressure away from releasing songs as like a full production, because I sort of think I want all of it. So I want the full production, but those take so long. It's like me, if I was as sensitive about YouTube videos as I am about songs, I would never have made a YouTube video. So Squeaky, where's he going to come from? Which it's like, oh, he's in there. It's like, where's Wally? If I was as precious about my YouTube videos as I am about my songs, I would never have a YouTube channel. Because I would just never release anything. I'd have like 10 videos. And instead I'm just about to cross over 400 videos. And that's built this to where I can now afford studio time. Before that, I couldn't afford studio time. So now I just need to pump out songs and just not really be as sensitive about them, because what's the worst that could happen? People say, I don't like it. And you're like, okay, I'll write another one.
Has YouTube given you a thick skin then, or?
Yeah. YouTube definitely gives you a thick skin, but also gives you a lot of other good things too.
I heard she's moving to LA. Was there nothing that you could do to make her stay? Lost one to the West Coast, one to the UK. You already ran from New York City. Did the lake help you escape? It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild me now. Do you see shadows of me? Riding the brown line, drinking in Heartleaf. Shower beers and Thai food just make me feel lonely. You passed out on the couch, Parks and Rec on TV. It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Did you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild me now. A chance encounter on the Lakeshore Trail was all it took. One look and you were shook. How could you leave me in this city when we're so nearby? All these tears I hate to cry. You've heard I'm moving to LA. Is there nothing that you could do to make me stay? It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild. At least I can rebuild. At least I can rebuild me
Smashed it.
Yeah, I think that's the best I'm going to get out of it.
That sounds great. Do you want to do one more just for luck?
No. Just don't know how I feel about that song in general. It's interesting.
Fair dues.
Interesting.
Well, I think that was a good take of it. So.
Thank you. Yeah, that felt better. 175.
Yeah.
Darling, selfishly.
Yeah, it's going to be a duet. It's going to be a really cool duet.
Something that I say might ruin everything I built up in my head. Something that I say might ruin everything I...
So you doing octaves for that
I think that will be in
Yeah.
octaves, yeah.
in my head.
That's cool.
And just like, pass it off between each other.
Are you going to do male, female, or are you going to do two male, two female?
Male, female. Just because I've got Joey Landreth in mind. He's married with a baby, but it's for the music, man. I just know that he could handle it. I think it would be really funny as well to like for me to do the something that I say might ruin everything I've built up in my head, and then have the guy go something that I say might ruin everything I've. So it will be falsetto, and it'll be cool. It'll be groovy. Well, that's the thing. I'm not just writing guitar parts when I play the guitar part. Like I'm already thinking of the bass part. I'm already thinking of the drum part, and it's all in my kind of guitar playing. So it's not like maybe some other songwriters who are literally only writing the guitar part while they write the song. Like I'm definitely writing all three parts just in the guitar, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking about it already. So if I tracked it again, I'd split up all the parts. But right now, when I'm just tracking it all together, it's just, and that's why I think this feels like such a good way of like hearing songs out and just getting them down, and then just having these amazing recordings to be able to send to people so that they don't have to think so much. Like they don't have to like, they can hear it all and then they can add their parts to it, rather than you trying to like trying to communicate an idea that's just not there yet.
There's a church down the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's calling me to worship you. I remember meeting you there on the steps in my Sunday best, my father's hand on my shoulder. We couldn't talk for much longer. It's a precondition. How I crave your attention. The Bible speaks its own truth. Does that truth apply to you? 'Cause there's a church down the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's calling me to worship you. There's a light at the end of my street. When that bell chimes at midnight, we meet. Tell each other stories of our day. How in time we'll run away. 'Cause all I wanna do is lie next to you. Kiss until the sunrise. Staring into your eyes. 'Cause there's a church down the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's calling me to worship you. Call me to pray. 'Cause for you I'll get down on my knees. Promise to take me where we can be free. church down the hill from me. There's a church down the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's called me to worship. Yeah, there's a church down the hill from me. Oh, there's a church down the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's called me to worship you.
Day 1, 6 songs. All 6 songs will make it. Day 2, I was in a different studio. Possibly 1 song out of 5, I think it was, will make it. The 3rd day, it was just me and Alex in the studio. Alessandro, the photographer, came for an hour, and then I was just in the zone. Mark was busy filming, and I think I got 7 songs done, and probably 4 of those songs will make it. Day 4 and 5, I was slower. I was tired. I'd been going through some stuff, and that's kind of why it was great to have that time in the studio and have the 2 days. And I did 8 songs over the 2 days. Mark was meant to film. He caught COVID, so Mark had to stay home and get better. And I think listening to the songs, that's 26 songs now in 5 days, and I just realised I have far too many feelings. Some of the songs are just so difficult to listen to, so painful, and yet I don't feel anything about them now. And I mean that in a positive way. I feel like that person that wrote those songs and felt that way doesn't exist. It's a really cathartic exercise. It's not that I'm living in that all the time. I'm living in it for a really short, sharp moment, and I capture it in song. And then during the performance, I get back into that headspace, but then I dip out again. And some of the songs that just didn't work just meant that I just didn't connect again with that person. I couldn't dip in. I couldn't get there. And I always think that's when I lose my soul when I'm playing. It's like, if I can transport myself and really commit to the lyrics, then I can transport other people. I can pull people along for the journey. But all my listeners, all my viewers have such a great BS detector. And I just know that if any of those songs, I put them out, they'd just be like, you can do better than that, you know? So yeah, some of the songs will just not make it this time round. They need work. And that's really cool that I've gone through this process and discovered that. And it's just been really, really powerful. And I'm excited about what I'm going to do next, where I'm going to go, because as I'm filming this, I'm about to embark on an adventure, which I don't think I will come back from the same person. Like, I'm not hoping I just go and become a different person. I don't mean that, but I think I'll evolve after it, and I'm taking a bit of a risk. And these songs will go with me. I have a lot of work to do while I'm abroad, where I have to be able to listen to mixes that Ryan is working on. He's mixed the majority of the tracks, but there are still a few. And then we'll have to go through the mastering process, and I have Tom Waterman on board, who is a dear friend of mine and has mastered the majority of, if not everything, that I've put out in the last few years, maybe 2019 onwards. And I want to take these songs on the road with me and really figure out which ones make the cut. And then while I'm out there, possibly maybe that will be the time that I start, getting everything finished, and I'm just going to have to take it on the road. And so, yeah, there will be moments of me having to listen to tracks in hotel rooms or Airbnbs and really see whether or not it makes it. And maybe I'll continue writing while I'm traveling. And yeah, this project, it's unfinished. It's always going to be unfinished. It's always going to be, each volume will come out, but the songs will evolve alongside me. And to be honest, I'm not even going to limit myself that I wouldn't necessarily record one of the songs I released in the first volume again, in a different studio, different environment, a little bit older. I feel like these are self-portraits, and not in a vain way, not in a narcissistic way. Hopefully, when people hear that it's in that realm, it's like documenting myself right now, doing the best thing I can do for myself right now, and reflecting it. I don't know whether that makes sense, but that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I think the self-portrait idea is kind of interesting and exciting, and these songs are really vulnerable. They're raw. They are not perfect. And I think that's the coolest thing about them. I don't see many people doing this right now, and that might mean that it's out of fashion, but this is me. This is what I can do. I can sit in a room, I can stand up on stage with just me and a guitar, acoustic or electric, and tell stories and be honest. It's kind of exciting.
We couldn't make up our minds. Two kids in adult shoes, wasting time, always searching for something better. Too much was missing for a future together. I had to cut you off, I could not restrain myself. Emotion-seeking hearts end up kissing someone else. You'll come find me in Barcelona and whisper, eres el amor de mi vida. You know by then I'll understand. Too little, too late, you'll see the ring on my hand. I'll ask you, ¿qué te costó tanto tiempo? How many were left in your wake? Did you really never let me go? I'll commiserate as we sit and drink. I had to cut you off, I could not restrain myself. Emotion-seeking hearts end up kissing someone else. You'll come find me in Barcelona and whisper, eres el amor de mi vida. You know by then I'll understand. Too little, too late, you see the ring on my hand. Don't think I didn't want to speak when I finally made it here. I just felt you look through me. We had to walk the same dream. We had to walk the same dream separately. Find me in Barcelona and whisper at a cel amor de mi vida. You know by then I'll understand. Too little, too late. You see the ring on my